Hello guys, welcome to Maths with Edu Karthik, and today we'll start with a new exercise which is exercise 3.1. So, in our first question, this is the first part. Here it is given that 10 students took part in a quiz. Means there were total 10 students including boys and girls, and the number of girls was 4 more than boys. So we have to find out the number of girls and boys. So since it is the chapter, in the chapter the name is pair of linear equations in two variables, we have to solve it using two variables only. So we will take two variables L and G and B. B for boys and G for girls. Okay. So it is given that B plus G. Total are 10 students and B minus G minus B equals to 4. Means girls are 4 more than boys, no? So let's write G plus B, and G minus B is 4. So when we solve it, it comes out to be by the elimination method this gets cancelled. 2G equals to 14. So G equals to 7. Okay, girls are 7. So boys equals to 7 minus 4. B equals to 3. So there are 3 boys and 7 girls. I hope you understand. Now we will continue with the next part of the same question. Now in the next part, it has been given to us that the sum of 5 pencils and 7 pens means 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost 50 rupees and 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46 rupees. We have to find out the price of one pencil and one pen. Okay, so let this be P and this be pen. So X and Y will take 5x plus 7y equal to 50 and 7x plus 5y equals to 46. Now what we'll do? We will multiply this equation with yes, I understand. We will have to take firstly which variable we have to cancel out. So if we see there are 35, there is 35 getting LCM. So 7 and 5 have a 35 LCM. To make this 35, we have to multiply it with 5, and to make this 35, we have to multiply it with 7. So into 7 and into 5. So the equations will be 5 7 the 35x plus 49y equals to 350, and here 35x plus 25y equals to 46 into 5 means 230. Okay, now what we do, we subtract these minus, so this will become minus and this will become minus. This gets cancelled. 49 minus 25, so it would be 4 and this will be 2. 24y equals to 35 minus 23 means 12, 120. So y equal to 5. This is 5. Now we put it in any of these equations. I will put it in this one equation. So 5 5s are then 7x equals to 46 minus 25. Okay, 46 minus 25. So 7x equals to 21. X equals to 3. Okay, so this question the cost of pencil is 3 rupees and cost of pen is 5 rupees. I hope you understand. Now we'll continue with our second question. Now we will continue with our second question, and all the three parts we'll do them together. So in a first part and second part and third part, we have to find out what type of solution is it, and then we have to tell that the lines are intersecting, coincident or parallel on the graph. Okay, so let's solve it. First of all is this equation. So A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2. We'll solve this first of all. So 5x, all the coefficients will be there. So 5 upon 7 equals to minus 4 upon 6. So 5 by 7 not equal to minus 2 by 3. Okay, means A1 by A2 not equals to B1 upon B2. So we can say that the lines are unique solutions, so lines are intersecting. Intersecting. Now here A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2. So 9 by 18 equals to 3 by 6. So 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2. These are coming equal. So what we'll do? We'll see to C1 by C2 also, which is 12 upon 24, which is 12 upon 24 means 1 upon 2. So the lines are coincident. You all must remember, if A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2, then unique solution means line are intersecting. If A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 upon C2, so the lines will be parallel. But if all the three ratios means A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2 are equal to each other, then the lines will be coincident. Now this one, A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. 6 by 2 equals to minus 3 upon minus 1 means 2 equal to 2. Now we will see to the third ratio, which is C1 upon C2, means 10 by 9 equal to 10 by 9, but this will be not equal to. So A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 upon C2, so it will be parallel. Means the lines will be parallel to each other and never meet each other at any single point. I hope you understand this. Now we will continue with the third question. Approaching to the last question of a video, because this video is going to be long. So the next three questions I'll do in the next part. So let's solve these questions. Over here we have to find out whether the equations are consistent or inconsistent. So consistent are there are two consistent equations. First one is unique solution and second is that one infinitely many solutions. But that infinitely many solutions is consistent but dependent. Still we will consider it consistent only. And the inconsistent one is the third equation, which is no solution. So let's solve this. A1 by A2 means 3 by 2 not equals to 2 upon 3. Let's solve with the usual method first. A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. So 3 by 2 equal to 2 upon minus 3. No, these are not equal. So it is a unique solution. Unique solution means it is consistent. First one is consistent. Now second one, a1 by a2 equal to 2 upon 4 equal to 1 upon 2, and b1 upon b2, which will be minus 3 upon minus 6, which is also 1 upon 2. So since these are equal, so we will bring up the third one. The third one, which is c1 upon c2, 8 upon 9. 8 upon 9. But this one is not equal. A1 upon A2 equals to B1 upon B2 but not equal to C1 upon C2. Means it is no solution. So inconsistent. Inconsistent. Now this one. 3 by 2x. Firstly A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. Let's solve it. 3 by 2 divided by 9, which is 3 upon 2 into 9, equal to 5 upon 3 into 10. So this is 3 times, this is 2 times, which is 1 by 6 equal to 1 upon 6. Now this one equal, now these are equal, so we'll bring C1 upon C2, which is 7 by 14, 1 upon 2. But this one is not equal because 1 by 6 is equal to 1 by 6 but not equal to 1 upon 2. Means it is again no solution. So it is inconsistent. Now this one, A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. Now 5 upon minus 10 equal to minus 3 upon 6. When we solve this, we get minus 1 upon 2 equal to minus 1 upon 2. This is equal. So we will bring up the third one, C1 upon C2. 11 upon minus 22, which will be minus 1 by 2. So if you see this, all the ratios are equal, means it is infinitely many solution which is consistent. Okay, I hope you understand this one also. It is consistent means there are two ratios which are consistent, means unique solution and infinitely many solutions, but one is inconsistent, that is no solution. Now this one, 4 upon 3 into 2. First of all, not this will come. First of all, it will come. Means A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. Now after this one has came, we'll do 4 by 3 into 2 equals to 2 by 3. 2. So yes, 2 by 3 equal to 2 by 3. Now A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2. So we'll bring up the C1 upon C2, which is 8 by 12. So 4 2 times, 4 3 times, 2 by 3. Again these all are equal. So we'll say infinitely many solution, which is again consistent. This one is consistent, means there are 5. First is consistent, second is inconsistent, again inconsistent, then consistent, and again consistent. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. I hope this is clear, and in the next video, as I have already said, it will be a part 2 and we'll do the last 3 questions of this exercise. Till then, bye bye.